Hello there, good folks and horror fans. Today is a beautiful day, the sun is shining outside. So what better time to make a new video? I thought I would make a brand new Fright Rags video. This is my entire Fright Rags collection as of May of 2013. This is all of the shirts I have from Fright Rags. I believe I have 24 t-shirts and 1 hoodie. So I'm going to be brief with this, I'm just going to jump right in. First is the hoodie. This is the Frozen hoodie. Very cool design. I love this shirt and it is absolutely perfect for cold days in Sweden. I love this design. Got the 3 skiers there. This is what would have happened had they remained on that ski lift for long enough. Very cool. Let's have a look at some other ones, shall we? Alright, here are 3 classic slasher movie designs. The first one is The Burning. A legend of terror is no campfire story anymore. Right now, he's out there watching, waiting. And you got the Burning logo there. I love how the flames here, the fire actually turns into blood and drips down the shirt. Very cool stuff there. And there's the outline of Cropsey with his famous garden shears. Love that movie, and this is a very cool shirt. I don't think I would have included the face here. I think it would have been powerful enough without this close-up of the face, just a black design. But I still think it's a very cool shirt. Have some more classic slasher movie designs for you here. Here's My Bloody Valentine with the broken heart design. Incredible design. I think this is fantastic. And it works for both the original and the remake. Of course, it is based on the original 1981 Canadian slasher film. Love it. Broken heart design. Love the blood dripping down there. I just love the whole, the whole design overall. Another classic slasher movie shirt. It's The Prowler. This is a classic slasher movie with makeup effects by Tom Savini. It says, "If you think you're safe, you're dead wrong." Someone wearing soldier gear from World War II is claiming revenge with a pitchfork. Very striking design. This is actually, I believe, the original artwork here in the back for the poster, but they've actually added the killer here in his garb with the pitchfork. Very cool stuff. Okay, here are 2 designs. I believe these are 2 of the first ones I ever picked up. Michael Myers, The Shape. This t-shirt is beginning to be a little bit cracked over here, but I think it actually adds to the effect. I believe this was a pretty early design for Fright Rags, but it still holds up to this day. And then we've got What Would Jason Do? A real classic. This is more humorous. This is one of the first ones that caught my attention. I believe this is the first t-shirt I ever ordered from them at all. And this one always gets a lot of laughs and a lot of attention. People will stop you on the street and say, "Hey, what's that all about?" But this is right up my alley. Okay, do you recognize this design? If you're a true horror fan, you should. This is based on the original Halloween, of course. The moment where Michael Myers has strangled the boyfriend Bob and walks into the bedroom wearing only a sheet and his glasses there, and she asks, "Can I get your ghost, Bob?" Very interesting, striking design, very cool, and I love the 3 colors here. Really brings it out and gives it a certain kind of atmosphere. This is also kind of a classic shirt. I ordered this one early on, I think. And horror fans will recognize this one as well, of course. Zombie vs. Shark. It's not a joke, it's not made custom, it's actually based on the movie Zombie, also known as Zombie 2 or Zombie Flesh Eaters in Europe. I absolutely adore how this is made. So cool. You can see the kind of ripped underwater scenario here. They got the topless diver in there. Very nice detail. You can see the blood actually seeping from the letters and all the way, and the ripped arm as well. You can tell this zombie here is actually losing the battle almost, but he does take a big chunk out of the shark in the movie. So totally classic design. I'm so happy to have been able to pick this one up, and I wear it all the time. This is my only Fright Rags shirt that is not black. It's Thriller, A Cruel Picture. I was surprised and delighted when I saw this design. It's a Swedish exploitation movie from the 1970s, very grim stuff. I'm a fan of the movie, big fan of the movie, and I was so delighted to see that they made a shirt design of this one. It's the only one I have an extra large, so it's quite big for me, this one. But it does bring out the design a little bit more, and you can just take it all in. Incredible work here. The whole composition on these shirts are just astounding. I really love how well they tie it all together. You've got Madeline here. There she's being assaulted by her pimp, the police car. She's got the shotgun. There she is with the one eye, and this sort of splatter design brings it all together. And the very, very interesting selection of colors there. It's all very, very cool and in keeping with a 70s exploitation style. So there's Thriller, A Cruel Picture. Here's a very, very, very cool one. I absolutely love the artwork on this one, and I would gladly hang it up on my wall if I could. It's The Fog, John Carpenter's original 1980 horror movie. You can see the old pirates coming to claim their gold in the fog. You can even make out the lighthouse here. It's a little bright in here today, and the shirt is a bit wrinkled. I'm sorry about that. But nevertheless, go check it out on their website. I promise you it's an absolutely incredible design. And then we have Carrie. This one was actually in the graveyard for some time, but it came back and I snatched it up straight away. It's one of the coolest designs I've ever seen, and I love the energy in this design. It's so incredibly well made. You can just see how it flows all the way. The laughter comes down right here, and this blood splatter just ties it all together beautifully. And I love this sort of over-the-top comic book style, which is they're all going to laugh at you. I think this shirt will be perfect when I go watch the remake in September, I believe it is. So I'm so happy to have this one. It's one of my all-time favorites. And here's a nice one based on Laid to Rest, of course. There's Chrome Skull, your killer, with his shoulder-mounted camera and his two knife blades. Very cool. This one is not an art design, so to speak. I believe this is just an image that's been tweaked. Very eye-catching, very sort of realistic, grim, cool, badass-looking shirt for sure. Here are two shirts I picked up fairly recently. The first one is High Tension, also known as Hot Tension in France. Right now it's in the sunlight, so you can see it quite clearly. It's actually quite a dark design. These two are very, very dark, so that's about my only critique of these shirts. They're a little bit dark, you know, they could have been a bit brighter. When you're in a dimly lit room, you can hardly see what's on the shirt, but you can see them clearly right now. This is very cool. Marie on the left, the killer. Sorry, Marie on the right, the killer on the left, and Alexia, I believe her name is, right there in the middle. If you're familiar with this movie, and I absolutely love High Tension, it's one of my all-time favorite movies, then you will know this sort of double significance of this shirt. It's very, very cleverly made, I think. Incredibly cool shirt. Some people think this is a bit on the sort of comic books side, style-wise, but I think it's very cool. I like it a lot. That's High Tension. Going over here, we have Slaughter High. Again, I think this is all intentional. It's a little bit dim. I would have had the colors perhaps pop a little bit more, and I would have had the design a little bit brighter, because when you're in a dark room, as I mentioned, it's very hard to make out, but right now the sun is shining straight on it, so you can see it quite clearly. Very cool shirt though. I love this. This could have been the poster for the movie Slaughter High, where the student body is going to pieces. Excellent shirt. If you haven't seen Slaughter High, highly recommend it. Super campy, low budget slasher movie. Very, very low budget, very funny, very cool stuff. Alright, and I'm going to close this up with some of the limited edition designs that I have. The first one was the Friday the 13th 3-pack. They did designs based off of Friday the 13th Part 2, Part 3, and Part 6. and I had to pick up all of them, of course. This is part 2. Really like this design here. Very interesting. If you've seen Friday the 13th part 2, you'll know it's a violent confrontation between Ginny and Jason at the end in his lair. There's his mother's head right on the altar there. Very cool, stylish, and I love they've got this sort of cinematic. It's a little bright now, you can hardly see it, but there's actually sort of a brown yellowish tone all over the shirt, and I think that's very cool. Over here we have part 3 in 3D. They really pushed for the 3D effect, which I think is absolutely awesome. It's Jason coming at you. You can see here at the axe handle it looks very 3D. And no, you cannot put on 3D glasses and make it pop out. But very striking design, and very much in tone with the original poster artwork, I think, as well. And the soundtrack album looked very similar, so they really maintain that look and feel. I think that's an incredibly cool looking shirt. Alright, here we go. Look at that. This is the design based off of part 6. It's part of the sort of 3-pack that I picked up from Fright Rags. Incredible design, this one. I think it's very striking. Keeping in tone with the movie. This actually has kind of an aqua blue color. It's a little bright in here, so you can't quite make it out right now. It actually looks brighter than it should be. But there is this kind of aqua, cyan kind of color to this, which makes the blood pop incredibly well, I think. There you see Jason with the pole there. It's actually sort of a combination of scenes from the movie, but I think it works excellently. And here's a rare look at Jason unmasked. You never really get a clear look at him, but there he is, old Maggot Head. There's his grave, his tombstone. And of course, there's Tommy Jarvis himself in the background, helpless to stop the carnage. Wonderful work on the shirt. I couldn't be more impressed with this, I think. Just astounding. Very cool stuff. 2 more limited edition designs for specific movies. Again, it's very bright in here, so it kind of distorts the actual coloration of the shirt. I'm sorry about that, but you do get a good sense of the detail. This is The Thing, of course, John Carpenter's original movie, The Thing, starring Kurt Russell. Look at that. Just astounding work. Again, I can't say enough good things about these shirts. They're just incredible, real masterpieces, works of art, really. I've had several people say that they actually think the designs are too good to wear on shirts and that they'd rather have them on the wall. Well, I completely agree, but I would probably have to have about 100 walls, and all my walls are already covered with artwork, so I like wearing them as shirts. They really define who I am, and I think it's really astounding artwork there. There's The Thing. Have a good gander at it. There's the base. And over here we have Black Christmas, another one of my all-time favorite movies. Sort of a proto-slasher. It actually predates Halloween. If you haven't seen the original Black Christmas, by all means, please check it out. It's an absolutely incredible movie. Very creepy. And I'm glad they kept the original tagline there. If this picture doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight. Especially impressive here, I think, how the smoke from the candle just sort of flickers right out there. It's just incredible. And the plastic there choking. There's also the doll here, which don't always notice. I think it's just incredible. I'm not even sure exactly where they got such good references, or if it's all just their own artwork. But couldn't possibly be a better shirt, I think. Perfect for Christmas time. Be sure to wear this every single holiday from now on. And here are your 2 shirts from the Friday the 13th Ultimate Edition. It also included a beautiful box, which had a small chalice of water from the actual location where they filmed the first movie, Blairstown, New Jersey. So you actually get water from the lake that Jason Voorhees drowned in. Talk about fan service, huh? Maybe I'll show that in a later video, but here are the shirts anyway. This one looks kind of like a Freddy vs. Jason design to me. I might be wrong. I get that vibe from this one. But nice little effects work on this. And this is a part 7. Probably the most famous image from Friday the 13th Part 7. Kane Hodder raising the axe. Incredibly cool stuff. Very stylized, but incredibly unique and cool. I like these a lot. I do prefer the original artwork though, to be quite honest, but they've done so many great shirts with the original artwork that it's nice to mix things up, I think. So there's the Ultimate Edition shirts of Friday the 13th. And here we go yet again, 2 more astounding limited edition designs based off of Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Look at this one, for instance. Look at the whole composition in this image. If nobody had told me this was a t-shirt, I would have actually thought, apart from the major spoiler down here, that this was an official poster. I mean, it's that good. It could be an official poster for the movie again. If you remove that detail there. Just incredible. You got Tommy there, Trish, Jason. I don't even know how they made it look this astounding, if they actually use photo references of people posing and take photos or whatever it is they do, but I love the moon here and the trees in the background. Just incredible vibe of this shirt. I think I would have made maybe the red a little, pop a little bit more. I would have gone for a little bit more blood red, but I see exactly what they did here. And it's an astounding design overall. Here's the other one, sort of part of the same parcel. Incredibly brutal and badass. I always say that if that shirt is the traditional one, this is the more badass, flamboyant one, so to speak. Ripping old Jimbo off the door there. You can see the blood spurting from hands and toes. I actually wore this shirt when I met Tom Savini at Texas Frightmare just a few weeks ago, and when it was time for me to totally geek out, I couldn't help it. I turned around and I showed him the back of the shirt. Here's a rare look at a back design. They usually have nothing on the back, but here they've outdone themselves. You can even see Jason killing Rob in the blood there. Just incredible stuff here. And they used the actual taglines from the trailer. 3 times before you have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror. But this is the one you've been screaming for. And I showed him this, his own handiwork. There's Jason dead with a machete in his head. Astounding stuff. Incredibly detailed. Very gruesome, but so cool. This is like ultimate fan service. I don't think a Friday the 13th t-shirt could get much better than this. Pretty astounding stuff. So glad I was able to pick this one up. Okay, I only have one more t-shirt for you. One last limited edition design. Also features Jason, and it just came in the mail a few days ago. Let's check it out. And there it is, their latest limited edition design based off Freddy vs. Jason. This is marvelous, I think. I just get goosebumps looking at this shirt. Again, the composition is so incredible. Just remarkable stuff. Just the way they tie it all together into one seamless image. And I love how they use the elements. Jason drowning in water, Freddy dying by fire. Very cool the way they tied it all together. I really love how it looks like Jason is actually kicking ass here. He's actually cutting Freddy right in the gut there, and you can see the blood spraying off his machete. And I think it's also very cool that he's double wielding an axe and a machete. Very cool stuff. You can see the blood on Freddy's knife blades there. And you really get this sense of energy. That's what I love. They're not just standing there looking at each other. There's this whole fierce energy to them. They're in motion, attacking each other. You really get the sense like it leaps off the shirt. It's just that damn well made. Another astounding job, and they can be proud of themselves for creating such amazing horror t-shirts and for bringing such fan service to us lucky fans. So there we go, that's my latest Fright Rags shirt. as of May 2013, the Freddy vs. Jason limited edition design. If I pick up any more, I'll be sure to show you, but that's every single Fright Rags shirt I have to date. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. I will be back with some loot from America. Some of it from Texas Frightmare weekend. Take care, guys. See ya.